On this, Prabhakar, what are the details do we have? Is Hemant Soren likely to meet the governor soon?
Yeah, what we are told is that the Jharkhand governor is reaching Ranchi at 6 p.m. today. As we are talking, he would be reaching in around hour, and then the JMM leaders, the India Alliance leaders, they would be meeting the governor. The day-long meeting happened at the Chief Minister's residence, which was attended not only by Hemant Soren but also by Hemant Soren, the leaders of the India Alliance from Congress, from the left parties, and they have the sources in the JMM says that they have elected. Most of the MLAs were of the view that Hemant Soren should actually be sitting at the Chief Minister's chair, and the baton should be handed over to him, because Jharkhand, remember, is a poll-bound state. 5 months down the line, Jharkhands would go for polls. So he is the guy who's the face of the face of JMM. So he should be in the helm of the affairs. So he should not only handle the party affairs but also should be running the government. We are told that at 6 p.m. they would be meeting the governor, and then they would be seeking time from him, the appointment from him for further formalities, which would include that Hemant Soren might actually tender his resignation. He would resign as the Chief Minister Jharkhand, and then the Jharkhand governor would give them appointment for Hemant Soren to be sworn in as the Chief Minister. Again, remember, Hemant Soren has been behind bars for 5 to 6 months, and the party leaders believe that it is the time the people's sympathy vote should actually be garnered on this ground. And that's the reason why they want him to be the biggest face of JMM, of his party, as the party goes to poll.
Prabhakar, as you mentioned, that Hemant Soren at the moment is, of course, on bail. It's been a few days since then. In terms of the strategy meetings that JMM has been having, along with its ally Congress as well, do they see this as the solid strategy that they would want to be led by Hemant Soren heading into the Jharkhand state elections, which you said is very crucial and, of course, coming up later this year? So this was part of the strategy that they had been formulating ever since Hemant Soren got bail. Because, of course, there had been other backup possibilities that they had thought about while he was in jail. But now that he has, in fact, got bail and the Jharkhand elections are around the corner, is this a strategy that they had been thinking of ever since that bail order happened?
See, to my understanding, this strategy actually must have been thought of because of the court order. Remember, if you remember the court order which came in the favor of Hemant Soren, it was not only merely bail, but the court actually came down heavily on the Enforcement Directorate. The way Hemant Soren was booked on the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, the court actually observed in the order that prima facie it is not a PMLL case, and Hemant Soren's case against Hemant Soren, the charges against Hemant Soren, does not actually stand. So Hemant Soren, it was kind of a shot in the arm for Hemant Soren, and since that particular order of the court came, Hemant Soren and his entire team is quite upbeat. Had the order been not so explicit, probably Hemant Soren would not have thought of getting back at the Chief Minister's chair. But now that court has almost kind of announced him as innocent and granted him bail. So the entire Hemant team is quite upbeat, and they believe that is the time Hemant should actually take charge, not only of the party affairs but also of the government actually.
Right, a boost for JMM in that sense. But Prabhakar, if we talk about the recent Lok Sabha elections and the numbers that JMM got there, in terms of the sympathy wave that you're talking about, that it would actually help the JMM going into the state elections as well, how much do party sources actually credit the sympathy wave for the kind of performance that they saw, the results rather, that they saw in the recently concluded elections?
See, they are not looking at the numbers, so that is one of the reasons actually, and good that you mentioned that. One of the reasons actually why Hemant Soren would be sworn in as a chief minister, because see, Jharkhand is predominantly a tribal state, and there are 5 seats where the tribals actually decide the fate. On all 5 seats, which were the tribal dominated seats, BJP lost. So party believes that it was because the BJP actually had put JMM, Hemant Soren, behind bars. So that's the reason why they lost all the 5 seats. All the 5 tribal seats, they lost. And that was one of the reasons why they believe that Hemant has the sympathy of voters in Jharkhand. It's the time actually he should be there at the chair and running the government, not only the government, the party affairs, and prepare for the polls, which is just 5 months down the line.
That's right. Also, Prabhakar, quickly before we let you go, Hemant Soren himself has tweeted about this meeting with India bloc leaders that he chaired earlier in the day. So in a way, the allies also, the Congress as well, backing JMM in this decision.
See, if you see the Jharkhand politics, JMM actually plays the role of a big brother. So, and Congress is always in the supportive role. So it would basically primarily be the decision of the JMM leaders, and party as Congress as a party, as a political party, as ally, would actually be seen standing with the JMM's decision. So this is the decision not only of the alliance partners, because see, it's not only the Congress, but it's the left parties also who are the alliance partners, who are part of the India alliance there in Jharkhand. So it's basically the Jharkhand's Mukti Morcha's decision, which all the alliance partners of India alliance would actually go with, and that is exactly what they are doing. Most of the MLAs, we are told, of JMM, they were of the view during the meeting that Hemant should be made the face, and the sympathy wave of the voters should, the party should get the benefit of, will get the maximum benefit of it if Hemant is the face of both the government